This is KGW News at Sunrise.
Good morning. Thanks for getting up with us on this Saturday morning. I'm Tim Gordon. And this morning on Sunrise, more to the story. A close-up view of an Oregon State representative under arrest at the county fair. Plus, Oregon is allocating more funds to the Safe Routes to School project. How this money will help create more safe crosswalks for kids and families statewide. But first, let's check in with Daisy Caballero for a quick look at the forecast. Daisy.
Good morning, Tim, and good morning to all of our viewers watching us. Happy Saturday. I wanted to show you guys right now 64 degrees as we're looking near the Portland downtown metro area. Winds are pretty calm, around 7 miles per hour coming out from the west. Now, this is your day at a glance for today. So we are expecting mostly cloudy skies for the first portion of our day, maybe lingering into the afternoon hours right around 1 or 2 o'clock, warming up just a little bit into those upper 60s, lower 70s. And we're expecting to see 72 degrees as we're looking at 5 o'clock. Now, it's not just this that we're expecting. We're also expecting to see maybe a little bit of some drizzle, mainly just isolated along the coast for today. But don't worry, more rain is also on the way. We'll talk about when that's happening and how hot we're expecting to get because we're warming up once again. Back to you, Tim.
All right, thanks, Daisy. Well, new this morning, Portland homicide detectives spent the night in the Old Town neighborhood. A man died after being shot there at the intersection of Northwest 6th and Flanders. Officers responded to that scene just after 9:30 last night. The victim died at the hospital. Now, if you have any information on this case, please contact Portland Police. And in Tigard, a suspect is in custody after a standoff near Washington Square Mall. Police say it started with an armed man threatening a woman inside the Greenberg Apartments on Greenberg Road, that's south of Hall. She got out okay, but the man, he barricaded himself in and he refused to come out for several hours. Police evacuated nearby homes. Police were finally able to take that man into custody just before 1 o'clock this morning. Well, new body camera video shows the night Clackamas County Sheriff's deputies arrested State Representative James Heeb. It fills in some of the missing pieces of what apparently started as an argument over Heeb smoking a cigarette at the county fair. Investigative reporter Kyle Aboshi had to appeal after his initial public records request was denied. And what he got was 22 minutes of video. Take a look.
Newly released police body cam footage shows the arrest of Oregon State Representative James Heeb at the Clackamas County Fair. Heeb admits he'd been drinking. The Republican from Canby was handcuffed on August 17th after refusing to give his ID, then booked into the county jail. In the video, Heeb acknowledges he's a public official and wore a campaign shirt.
You hear me out? If you're running for political office, probably not the look you want to have going down here. Yeah. Several calls from employees telling us that you refuse to put out a cigarette and refuse to leave. That's not cool.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't get told to leave.
Well, I think you did. Do you have ID on you by chance, man?
Yeah.
Can I see that?
No.
Okay. I'm not.
No, I can't show you my ID.
Deputies then put Heeb into handcuffs and removed a firearm from his hip. During further questioning, Heeb downplayed his interaction with fairground staff, which asked him to put out a cigarette and leave. Smoking is not allowed on fairgrounds property.
Some lady just walked up and was just like, you and your cigarette. Long story short. And
Do you know that lady works for the fair that told you to put that cigarette out?
do you know how many people work for the fair or fairgrounds or... Yeah, okay. Anybody can say, hey, I work for the fair.
Okay.
Deputies tried repeatedly to calm Heeb down and encouraged him to cooperate, suggesting they would issue him an exclusion notice from the fairgrounds and then drive him home. Instead, the state lawmaker challenged deputies to arrest him.
Wait, you reaching on my arm.
You're about 2 seconds from going to the ground. Chill out.
Well, there we go.
Alright, we're not
Go
gonna
ahead.
play this game.
Hurt me. Go for it. What are you gonna do?
Why are you acting like
Why the just wrenching on my arms?
you're not acting like an adult right now?
Why are you wrenching on my arms? I never tried to do anything. I just wanted to leave.
And we
I wanted to leave. Why? All right. I just wanted to walk home and leave.
for your safety, we can't let you walk, and that's why I offer
Oh,
to
yeah?
get you a drive.
Yeah.
But now, due to your behavior, you're going to go to Clackamas County
Okay.
Jail.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
He was arrested on suspicion of disorderly conduct and interfering with a peace officer and booked into jail. Previously, Heeb told KGW he wishes he'd made better choices that night, including waiting to smoke a cigarette until after he left the fairgrounds. So far, the Clackamas County DA's office has not filed any charges in the case. He was appointed in February to represent Oregon House District 39, replacing House Minority Leader Christine Drazen, who stepped down to run for governor. Kyle Aboshi, KGW News.
Well, investigators have reopened a more than 40-year-old case in eastern Oregon. They're trying to identify the remains of a young woman found buried in the woods in Oregon near La Grande. Investigators named her the Finley Creek Jane Doe back in 1978, and this is a sketch of what police believe she may have looked like. At the time, she would have been in her late teens or early 20s. Just last week, searchers went back to where she was found, plus 2 other locations using cadaver dogs. They're looking for human bone fragments or other evidence to help ID her through DNA testing. So far, all they found are animal bones. Anyone who may have information is asked to contact Oregon State Police. Well, ODOT's Safe Routes to School program is expanding this year. It helps protect kids and families safely cross busy streets by upgrading intersections and creating more walkways. Well, since House Bill 2017 passed 5 years ago, the program's received $44 million, with another $90 million on the way. Officials say the money helps fund projects across the state of Oregon.
We've been able to allocate about $44 million to over 70 communities in the last several years, and a lot of those projects have been built or are being built or will be built in the next couple of years. Mostly we're building projects just like this, like walkways, bikeways, crossings. Those are kind of the bread and butter of the Safe Routes to School program.
Well, the most recent project wrapped up in Milwaukee this week. It created 2 new walkways and a pedestrian crossing near a school. It includes a flashing beacon to alert drivers that people are using the crosswalk. That helps a lot. Well, the plan for a residential behavioral health facility in Clark County is a big step closer to breaking ground. It is a state project and the need is clearly there. However, it sounds like some neighbors are not thrilled about it. We'll look at the debate coming up in 3 minutes.